Salutations, everyone. This is the butterfly. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Well, I know that the show was supposed to start at, I believe, 12:25 hours ago. Okay. Hopefully you'll forgive me. At least I'm doing it at the same day. I'm giving myself that kind of credit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just got to do that. You got to give yourself credit for the effort. Okay. You might not have reached the goal, but the efforts, it matters. It really matters. Okay, get up comfortable. I'm always doing this when I go live, getting comfortable, right? I guess I was kind of stalling with this show, but I see that with all the Diddy shit coming out, this probably is like a good time to like just go ahead and do this show because I feel like it's important because there is going to be a lot of unsettling, awful, monstrous information that's going to be coming out on the tail of this Diddy stuff, and I feel like this is really an important time for people to do shadow work, okay? Um, to really do self care. And while you're doing the shadow work, it's important to be compassionate with yourself, be patient with yourself because uh, these are very strange and unstable times, and I know that I'm not the only one feeling it, even as an empath, I know I'm not the only one feeling it because, I know on some level, even though a lot of people have been avoiding, you know, these things, these complaints, and, just a lot of things that people like myself have been trying to uh, alert the masses to, you know. But when it becomes clear that a lot of the things that we've been saying is true, there is going to be so much anger, so much disappointment, so much disenchantment, and these are strong emotions, and um, it concerns me because like society at large is like they're not used to being responsible for their own emotions, to like essentially dealing with their shit. They're just it's just too many distractions out here to assist one in not having to deal with their shit, so that is a big concern for me. I've been wanting like this stuff to come out and just like, because I remember when I first got into this movement of the awakening. Okay, at first I felt like I was a part of a movement, but I realized it's just an awakening, and people are awakening at different times, on different levels, and it creates like a wave of emotions, you know what I'm saying, in different ranges that just like crashes against you at once, and it's hard to deal with because you're angry, you may be a little bit anxious, you may be, you know disappointed, guilty, like there's gonna be a lot of emotions that are clamoring, for your attention. And I feel like it is important. This is the most important time to be self-caring, self-loving, in facing your demons, so to speak, like the things that have been challenging in your life. I really think it's time for you to face them and just like address them, because they are not going to go away. They need to be addressed so that you yourself can heal. Okay, because for what's coming, we just need our strength. We need our strength. And I just, when I think about myself now, it's like I was where a lot of the people that are awakening now, I was there. Excuse me. It's like so many stuff tried to happen for me not to do this live because it is a heavy subject. And I have a shirt that says that I made, and it says damn it, something about the rabbit hole. It's something like after learning all of that shit in the rabbit hole, I almost forgot how to be happy. That's how bad this stuff is, y'all. Like, it is really bad stuff. And a lot of it was like, we was right in front of our face, and we just not trying to hear it. We just not trying to hear it. You know, I awoke a couple of times during my life, from when I was a child up to now. And because it was so hard to get the masses to wake up, it felt like I was shouting into the wind. You know what I'm saying? I almost just went back into the thread of society, but even then, just knowing what is out there, you know what I'm saying, and understanding I can't really just live my life in fear or depression. I have to try to be happy. However, it's like since 2019, when so much things have been uncovered, it's like sometimes it's like you're having this beautiful dinner, right? And it got this linen tablecloth and everything. But unbeknownst to you, everything looks beautiful. But under the tablecloth, there is a fucking dumpster full of trash, rotten, just disgusting dumpster juice. You know what I'm saying? And you can smell it. You can spiritually smell it. But everyone around you is just they don't smell anything. So it's just like you kind of just it's like when you're in a place that has a smell for a while, you just get desensitized to it. So I guess I might have been like stalling, not really wanting to do this show today because I knew this day would come. I knew this day would come, and I'm not I'm not chuckling because I feel like it's funny. I'm chuckling because it's a way of kind of dispersing nervous energy for me. I want to ground myself, just grab my selenite, just to help me move along and get the message out. Okay. Um, there's going to be a lot of disgusting, ugly information about a lot of people that a lot of us admired. A lot of you still admire and won't hear a bad word about them. It's going to be a lot of terrible information and not just what you think. My throat shocked or acting up. It's like spirit is no, I don't, it's like they're trying to shut me up. They don't want me to talk about this. They don't want me to talk about this. And don't worry, I'm not gonna go hard. I'm not gonna go in like how I used to go. Like they would even, yo, when I first found out about it, I was they blocked every account that I had on Facebook. Okay. It was like because of me, you couldn't just go and open up a new account with a new name and all that. Nah, 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 nah. They was shutting that down too. It's like I was going hard on everybody because I have I have like over 1,000 images of the shenanigans and information about all sorts of things, regarding everything that's been going on. Like, just for instance, the thing that shocked me was that how there was a cannibal club in California, where the elites go, a cannibal club. And if you don't know what cannibalism is, you should go look that up, you know, because I feel like this is about people really having to go see for themselves. Because I am not about to go back and dig all up in them rabbit holes for you. You understand what I'm saying? And if you do not prepare yourself for what is coming, this information, like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to live in this world because there has been a suicide week predicted. Okay, there's been a suicide week predicted, and I just I'm a little bit concerned about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm concerned about that on some levels because people need to really prepare themselves for what's going on. They need to prepare themselves, and they need to, it's like, help me, spirit, because I mean, this is such a hard subject. It's such a hard subject. It's like when I found out they was like making clothes and making like pocketbooks and belts and stuff out of people skin, like they and some of the purses and stuff got like the ears of these people still on it. Like, who the fuck is buying this shit? Like, the sickness. The sickness is like you don't know what to do with your money. All of these people starving, not living as good as they should be living. Like, nobody should be having to struggle. You understand what I'm saying? And these people have all of this, and they're just doing the most sick stuff imaginable. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me. But what I feel like was even worse during the time of when I was playing Chicken Little. And I couldn't find nobody to come with me to tell, what I'm saying, the king that the motherfucking sky is going. Okay. I was really let me grasp the words to describe how I felt when I was telling people that I knew and loved and respected and knew that they were of sound mind and body. I want you to imagine how I felt, me being of sound mind and body, okay? Telling these people that there could possibly be a situation where, children are being harvested for unseemly uh, things. Okay, because I just cannot go all into it. You could go and watch The Fall of the Cabal, one episodes 1 through 10. Okay, this is just to get you on your way. Because when I took the red pill, like the red pill, as far as like the stuff with the children, like I didn't even get to the children yet. Like, I knew stuff happened to kids, like that was crazy and stuff like that. But when you realize it's a network and of the people that you think is supposed to be there to do the right thing, they are not. You just are. It's astounding. You know what I'm saying? And it will shake the very foundation that you feel as if you stand on. You know, there's a saying in my community, it's like you stand for anything, or you stand for something, or you fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I come from a time where we fucking stand for something, you know. So when, like, I want to say 20 years ago, when I found out about the fluoride in the toothpaste, and the disposable coffins that they had, and like the plan they had to put, like, if you had like the circle little, they had different color little stickers that they was putting on people mailboxes, and the different colors meant different things. Like, I can't remember specifically what they meant, but I know one color meant that you were able to be used, and another color meant that you were a troublemaker and they was to get rid of you, and y- if you get my drift, and I try to tell people about that, they was like, so I just stopped, because it does something to you when you try to talk to people about something that is important to you, that they may not believe in, but you believe in it strongly, and they not only make fun of you, but they don't listen to you, and they they shun the very idea of what you're saying, as it's completely impossible. And it's like that's how these people get away with this shit, because nobody wants to believe the sweet little old lady, is hiding kids in the basement and taking money to sell them across the country. Nobody wants to believe that. There was one day I was in KFC with my daughter. She was about 3 years old, right? And we were at the counter. Now, the counter's here. She's right beside me, right beside me. Okay. I'm at the counter. They told me how much it was. I did like this. I let go of her little hand. Mind you, I'm looking at her face. I let go of her hand, and I went like this to pick up my purse, like this, to set it on the counter, zip, open, took my money out, and looked like it's my daughter was gone. I turned around. It was a little old lady. She damn near was out the door with my fucking daughter. A little white lady was almost out the door with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Now, then I really didn't think too much of it, other than it kind of upset me, because I was like, to my daughter, like, she was just too friendly. You know what I'm saying? She was too friendly, and that used to happen to me a lot. Like, people would just come up to me and be like, want to hold her and stuff like that. It would just shock me, because they would come out of nowhere, and be so forceful with it. So now that I know all of these things, I don't feel so bad about how overprotective I used to be about her. Like, because it would be ridiculous, like this. Oh, where you going with somebody's child, old lady? And I didn't even see this old lady. I didn't even I didn't hear nothing. So she had to beckon my daughter to her, like call her, because she was standing right fucking here. And I grabbed my purse is strapped across my body. I went like this. I put it right here. I zipped it open. I grabbed my money, and something just made me turn my head and look. And she wasn't standing beside me. And then I fucking turned. I turned, and as I'm turning around, they was at the door. Okay, like she was about to take my daughter out the door. And because she was an old lady, I didn't really think to like go upside her head or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I really should have admonished her, like, why would that's not okay for you to just walk away with somebody else's child. It's not okay for you to touch somebody else's child without their permission. I don't care how cute you is. To pinching their cheek, touching their hand, touching their clothes. It's not okay. Stop that. You understand what I'm saying? Especially now that I know all of this stuff, it just like parents, you need to be more vigilant about who you leave your kids with too. I know you gotta go to work and all of this stuff like that, but uh, we in a hard, we between a rock and a hard place with all this shit. You understand? We really are, and I feel like you gotta stand for something. You gotta stand for something. You have to stand for these children. You know what I'm saying? And even the children in you, like one of the victims said. I was listening to this victim, Ali Carter, and I was going back and forth, because I had listened to Ali Carter, right? And then uh being that I was so super emotional about everything that I found, and even videos, there was videos. So it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna see, it was fucking videos. You know what I'm saying? Of like one video where they was at this house. You wouldn't believe it. And if I didn't see it, I wouldn't know to even look there. They had this, it was like this basement. It was like a those houses that have like a space underneath it. It's not really a basement, but it's like a space underneath it. I don't even know how to explain this shit. It looks like they dug it out. Somebody, these creeps, they dug it out, and they was pulling children out of there like babies, like 3, and even there was like a 1 year old. Like, my God, help me. Yo, when y'all find this stuff out, y'all gonna hate it here. Y'all gonna hate this. You're gonna really hate it here. You're gonna hate it here, and you're gonna be looking at everybody like, you know what I'm saying? And if you was one of the people that people try to tell you and you didn't believe it, and when you find out, you're gonna be ashamed of yourself, and you might not be able to live with yourself. But I can't believe I'm saying this, but you got to show compassion to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even though, I you just got to show compassion to yourself, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard when someone with a soul finds out, and really they cannot put it, because it ain't going to be no more sand to put your head in. It's not going to be any more sand to put your head in. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just telling you to brace yourself. Brace yourself. It's like when people say stuff, people just like it goes over their head, because they like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. I have to go to work tomorrow. I have these bills to pay. I got to take care of my kids. I got to figure out what I'm gonna. You know what I'm saying? That's just what you do. You know what I'm saying? And okay, I feel you. Because I remember when I first started working I used to work for this company. It's a paratransit company in New York, and it's called Accessoride. So I used to work for them, right? And when you first start working for them, you ride with a trainer. So I was riding with this trainer, and it's when Obama first got elected, and he tried to tell me about Obama. I was not trying to hear nothing what this guy was trying to say. He was even customer, because we pick up like the elderly or disabled or whatever. We pick them up, but we charge them the same fare as the bus, but it's door to door service, right? So even some of the customers, he was like, he was trying to tell them about what scumbag Obama was and the fraud, and we was not. And mind you, he a Puerto Rican. So you try to tell us about our black president? You got us fucked up. We were so emotional about this shit. Like, it was not even trying to listen. It took for me, what it took for me to start looking at Obama sideways was never in my life, never. Okay. And I'm 50. I'm 50. Have I seen so many black children shot to death on television by the police? Never. It was to the point like by his second term, a month, like a year in, I was just like so sorry that he was in there. I was so sorry he was in there. And then, mind you, I fought. My daughter didn't want to go and vote, but it was her first year she could vote, and I'm like so excited. Like, yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna vote for Obama and shit. So it was me, my whole family went vote for Obama. But I found out I was like, oh shit, he is a fraud, he's a liar. And you know, as a Scorpio, all my Scorpios out there, I cannot stand a liar. It's like a liar, especially a liar, I have to stay away from her. You lie on me, I may put hands on you. That's how much. That's how much I cannot stand a liar. So when I found out that he bamboozled, my feelings was in it. You know what I'm saying? But before that, before I even found out he was a liar, just like the way how, you know, those black boys was getting killed on TV. And shoot, I had graduated in 2005 with my first degree. Okay, sent out like 300 resumes. I could not find no job. None of them called me back. You know what I'm saying? It took the first. I couldn't find a job. I was, yo, it was rough. I was damn near in depression. Okay, I graduated in 2005. It took me to like, was it 2008? Then I think I went back to school because I couldn't find a job. I went back to school. And that's when I was like going to Surge Tech. You know, I did a year of Surge Tech and stuff like that. I finished the uh, courses out and shit. But yeah, I was not trying to hear shit. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to show compassion for myself. You know what I'm saying? After coming to the realization that what this Puerto Rican guy was trying to tell me was the truth. It was like he even sent me information that I did not bother to look at. I can it happened to me too, but it's like I had such an anger about it. I had such an anger about it because I feel like for me it was different. I was telling people that knew me. You know what I'm saying? That knew I wouldn't be on no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a different scenario because I don't know you. Like you're just a trainer. You know what I'm saying? You're just training me to drive the Cicerade or whatever. You're not like I don't know. You're not my friend, so why would I listen to you? You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, show compassion to yourself because it's gonna be a lot of very ugly information coming out. And everything that you think you know, you don't even freaking know the half of it. Okay. And when you come out of the rabbit holes, if you make it through that, you know what I'm saying? Come get a shirt from me. It's only $25. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just came out the rabbit hole and I almost forgot to be happy. I'm gonna have it in my next show. Because I think I have one more, but I can make more. Like, you know, but it's that detrimental. And I think people need to prepare themselves. You know what I'm saying? People think it's just all about these Diddy freak offs. You know what I'm saying? But they're not really getting to the fact that it's about these children. You know what I'm saying? The children that they are, you know what I'm saying, doing the most to, and they're doing stuff to us too. However, we stand a better chance of avoiding their traps than the children do. You know what I'm saying? And if like a lot of these celebrities, their parents basically sold them to these people, you know, because these rich people, they keep the lower class people in a state of perpetual poorness so that they will be open and susceptible to being paid to do horrible things, such as sell their children to pedophiles and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? For fame and money and fortune. You know, we all want to be comfortable. Like, duh. But like, is it really worth it? Like, people, all good money really is not good. It's not all money is not good money. You know what I'm saying? So like, at first, I didn't understand when they used to say that. And I'm like, what the fuck they mean? Money is money. It spends it, this, and, you know what I'm saying? But what they mean is like it carries a different energy depending on where you get it. Because money is energy. You know, you get money from doing bad shit. You know what I'm saying? The stuff, the money that the stuff you get with that money, that shit is like sitting a house on sand. It's gonna sink. It's gonna be like flimsy. You know, and I'm telling you from a place of wisdom, not from what somebody told me or what somebody read or what somebody think or I'm telling you from a place of wisdom. So like I hope, because I'm like it's but so far I'm gonna get into this because I want you guys to go watch my video I made about this Dr. Sleep, the video I made of art imitating life. That movie, Doctor Sleep, it has a lot in there. Just like the video I did the other day about this ain't for everyone. There's a lot in there too. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at that video and you think of our life the way we live now, you will see that it kind of parallels what we're looking at. You know, as a writer myself, I'm a poet. Okay, and I think of things, okay, that I have had, and I incorporate the things that I've had experience with, things I've seen, and things uh, heard, okay, into my writing, whatever, and I put that all together. That's how I create it. But these things where these people be writing, such as Stephen King. No, you been there, bruh. You've been there, or somebody been there. The way how he writes, the way the stuff that he describes. Nah, it's too descriptive. You've been there. You understand? So it lets me know there is things that people on that can. You know, I'm trying to ground in this and stay grounded so that the message that I need to give you will be heard, and I don't go too far out so that I will lose you. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, if I start talking about vampires and werewolves and Bigfoot and shit like that, I'ma lose you. You understand what I'm saying? I'ma lose you, even though at this point, like, you really need to stop being so unaware of stuff, and at least just in case try to see what you like, if that's a possibility, to see what you can do to protect yourself, because this is important or else I would not be saying it. I would not be saying it, and I was thinking whether or not I was going to say it, but you guys really need to, like, okay, go watch The Fall of the Cabal. The Fall of the Cabal. It has 1 through 10. It's actually more than that, but 1 through 10 will get you started. Okay. Then you can watch Above Majestic. Okay. Then you can watch Sound of Freedom. It wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be, but it has some level of, it has a branch of what's going on, because people need to understand that, you know, this stuff is worldwide. It is unimaginable. You know what I'm saying? It is unimaginable. And I know people have a lot of flack for Trump and everything or whatsoever, but it's not really just about Trump. It's about the people that are helping to drain the swamp. And I mean people who are actively out there helping to drain the swamp. I applaud you. I speak protection over you. You are the best of the best of humanity that we have to offer. And if and off worlders that are helping, you're the best as well. And thank you for your help, because we would not be able to do it without you. Because people don't understand that there are machines uh that can manipulate weather. So they think all of this crazy weather is natural, and they're just so focused on who's not helping with the supplies and who's not letting the supplies in. But listen, you need to be worried about who has the capability of doing such a thing and why. And think about all the other things that they've done. So we need big help. Like, a lot of people don't like Trump, but they don't have the money to be able to have their own private militia to stand against these bullies that have taken over our country. Okay, they don't have that. So they just need to either get on the good side or just shut the hell up. Like, and stop, because if you are in the business of voting against your own interests, I mean, please, like, go over there. We do not have room for you over here. Okay, please. Like, that is just the thing. The line is drawn in the sand, and you really need to find out what side you're on. Okay, because what is about to break open into the public, I hope you guys can really stomach it, because it's terrible, awful. As many said in the help, it's the terrible motherfucking awful. And it was really the thing that drove the nail in the coffin of religion for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's no fucking way you're gonna tell me this person, this being of the Bible, is gonna justify what the fuck they've been doing to children. You know, and even the angels, for me, they got some splaining to do, because I'm not buying the, oh, I can't interfere and yada yada. Those children are innocents, and they should have been protected. They can't consent to anything. If you're saying a minor can't consent to having a relationship with a grown up and yada yada, well, a baby can't consent to being harmed in any way. They, so, like, you know that, oh, free will, we can't get involved. That's bullshit. And I mean, and people got some explaining to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I went on my journey of just disenchantment, anger, depression, everything. And I know you guys are too. And I hope you can handle it, because it's about to come down. It's about to come down. And I think you guys should prepare yourself uh with some of the information I just gave you. I gave you Fall of the Cabal. You may be able to find it on BitShoot. Okay. Uh as for the other stuff that you can I mean, they don't have Weekend Warrior on YouTube anymore. There was a lot of good informative channels that they took off of YouTube because it was getting too hot for the so-called elites. Like everything was coming out. It was even a video where the I heard the first one I knew about that it had something to do with the politicians was on the late young Pharaoh's uh channel where I believe it was a ex FBI agent or an agent. He spoke about the what's his name Wiener laptop. I forget his name. I forget his name. 'Cause, y'all, I was so on all of this stuff, but I have the files. I could, but it's for you guys to do. It's for you guys to get your own information. I've seen it. I've peered into the abyss, and it's awful. It's an awful fucking place, and you would be surprised how many people are there, and they just like us. You wouldn't suspect them. You wouldn't. They are in the places that they should not be. And that's just like how I felt about the medical field. It's like those. I used to work at the nursing homes and the hospitals and stuff like that. And like those nurses were so fucking mean. They were mean. They were shady, lazy. It was a mess. Okay. And I just been like, before I started working with them and I was striving to become a nurse and thing, I used to look at them as angels that they heal people, that they comfort people in times of sickness and thing like that. But that is a fucking lie. They shady. This time when I was in the hospital, my only time in my life, besides when I had my daughter, and when I got bit by a dog in my eye when I was little, I'd never been in the hospital. I've never been hospitalized. And I will never be hospitalized again. So says me. With that part said, yeah, the nurse, because I was in one of those rooms that have like four beds in it. And the nurse would be running past my room like the other patients would be calling, nurse, nurse, in pain. Like, calling out in pain. Nurse. And when I look, I see her feet running. Like she get past my room, she skip. Like and run past so that they don't see her and she act like she, don't hear them. It's like it was horrible. So like things we're really going to realize that things are not what they seem. So it's important now more than ever for you to care for yourself, love yourself, and be your own, use your own compass, your own intuitive compass, because we all have one. Like these times are, they're going to be crazy. You're going to really have to hold on to I don't know. Just told you're gonna have to hold on to your center. You know what I'm saying? And your center is gonna be something that you created because real talk, everything is like shaky, shaky. It's not like, I mean, imagine TD Jakes being at a tea party. It's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that men can't be gay, but like you're not presenting like that. You know what I'm saying? These people are not presenting like that. My issue with it is that you're not being honest. And if you're not being honest with that, which is your private damn business, it is your private business. But don't come up here with a wife, a beard, you know what I'm saying? Some kids, some fake kids that you probably inseminated with a turkey bake. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And Obama coming up there with Big Mike and whatnot. Like we thought that was a woman. Like, don't do us like that. Like he did us dead wrong. Just a bunch of liars. That's the problem I got with it. If it was all right and it was no problem, why you had to lie about it? That's how they know that people would not accept that. Just like that. They're not finna accept that like that. And you know. I'm just saying, like, people, it's gonna be a lot of terrible information. Okay. And when you find out, I really, really hope, you know what I'm saying, that you could just have some compassion to yourself on the way through it, you know. It's I'm gonna have to say that I just like, for me personally, I don't know if I'm gonna be uh called to go back down any of those rabbit holes. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. Because it's like when I was trying to tell you, hey, look, when they found the kids in Central Park, like they were saying it was 5 generations of children. 5 generations. So they had like a baby making, it was because they have birthing centers. It's like where they will kidnap uh childbearing age women, you know what I'm saying? And they will keep them in a place where they will keep getting them pregnant and use their children for all sorts of things. Unnatural. Okay, and I'm talking experiments too. Like, you guys have no freaking idea. You also need to watch The Island of Dr. Moreau to get a feel of what these people be up to. Like, it's like if y'all not talking about, y'all still talking about if y'all not understanding there's clones and stuff out there, it's just like when y'all really understand what's really good, y'all, I don't know. I'm just kind of concerned. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I hope I did a good enough job with this one. Cause honestly, I really just think I don't. With when it comes with these children and what's going on and what's going to happen, what's coming out, I can feel the energy in the air. It's going to be bad. It's going to be like people are going to be so, you know. That's why these the mothership trying to send us good energies to kind of balance out all that negative energy, but it gotta get cleaned up. Like when you have a bag, right, and it's full of filth, garbage, shit, everything, right, and it's closed up. You don't smell nothing. The smell is kind of like very latent. But let's imagine that that's a whole room. You know what I'm saying? And the door is closed, so that it's late. And we have to go in this room and clean it out. We have to, because we need to use that space. Okay? It is putrid. Okay? It is fucking putrid. You gotta go in there and train it out. So it's gonna be some ugly stuff that is gonna come up, and I just want you guys to prepare yourselves. I don't know how you could be. I really don't, because I wasn't prepared. But do your research, and all I can say is when you do find out, when you do come across certain informations about so much that we've been through in these last couple of years, try to show compassion for yourself and don't come from a place of fear. I know you're going to be angry, you know. Um, but I will not say I told you so. I won't. Even though me and a lot of people did. I will not. I realize we're past that now. We're to the point like to where we want to just get to the good parts. We want to just get to the good part because it's been such a struggle for me. Like, when I first got involved in this, I just wanted these people to be punished. I wanted, you know, uh, when I thought they were going to give us Nasara, I was so happy about that because then I knew people didn't have to struggle anymore. I knew people didn't have to be where they didn't want to be. Because it's not good for people to have to be where they don't want to be. Sorry, I'm gotta close this door or else I'm gonna be hearing what's going on in the room with my husband. Damn it. And it just came open again. Babe, did you come in the door? Close this door for me. That might be the cue to wrap up my life. This freaking door keeps coming open. You know, kind of made me lose my chain of thought. But yeah, it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one. And me personally, I don't have any desire to go back down any of those rabbit holes because I already know what I'm looking at. And then I see more and more. Thank you, honey. I see more and more as far as um just things revealing themselves. So being that I have went down these rabbit holes, I know what I'm looking at when it's surfacing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I know they have changed the code words to certain things. So like yeah, you guys have to go down your own rabbit holes, and those places that I gave you are a good start. They're a very good start because like these movies and even the cartoons, they are really imitating life. What people are doing, they're out here doing for real. And even though it sounds outlandish, I think people really need to open up their minds. You know what I'm saying? In order to be able to move into this new age, like real talk, because like it's not a game anymore. It's not. I mean, it never was, but it's like the time that uh time has sped up. So like, there's no more time for you guys to be acting like you don't see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Acting like it's not time for you to pick a side and stand on that shit. You know? Yeah. Because we're not jailing traitors in the new age. We're not jailing them. You know what I'm saying? And you only got one time to betray. You don't care what reason it's for. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just thought that needed to be said. You Yeah. So let me just clear the cards, man. And I'm gonna ask spirits. Uh, I wanna frame the question right because I'm gonna do darkness, dawn, a light spread. Okay, it's a 3 card spread, and I want to frame the question to where my viewers may get clarity, you know, and even clarity for myself because what else should my viewers know about the information that I'm speaking about? No, no, excuse me, I'm sorry, sorry. Because I want to help. You know what I'm saying? I want to help. I already gave you information where you can go look to do your research or start some research. just to get a kind of understanding of who your enemies are, because it's important to know your enemies are, and it's important to know your strengths as well. So okay, let's see. What effects will the information about the children coming out have on the people? I'm gonna do a dark tone light. What effect will the information coming out about the children have on the public? Let me get right to it. What we don't see, don't see is that we probably need to work together instead of being so separate, so individual, so isolated. That's what we don't see, that we need to work together. Okay, what will we begin to see through that process? Things beyond the veil, secrets. You begin to see the things that have been hidden from you. Okay, what will become clear? There's been a lot of communication. It's been hasty. It's been fiery. You know what I'm saying? And it's been dangerous. And a lot of dangerous communication. So, like, the effect it's gonna be having, like, some people is gonna, they gonna, they gonna act quickly with the information they hear, because it's gonna, it's gonna drive them to do something, and it puts me in the mind of that guy that they had on the news, even though it was a hoax, you know what I'm saying, to try to get the heat off of these people because they had a lot of money. But what's putting me in the mind when I feel this car is like that guy when the Pizzagate stuff was coming out, and all, everybody was talking about how they was, doing stuff to kids in the pizza parlor, and then when they Twitter uh was it Twitter or Instagram? One of them where they had the blue check or something. Because I only have YouTube. I don't have Facebook no more. After they kept throwing me off of there, I got tired because I was, oh my goodness, I was posting everything. I even have a picture of LeBron James with some little girl with her hands wrapped around his penis, and he talked about, oh, she's wonderful, she's good, like, what? I'm like, it's like, well, it's like I cannot stand these people. I just want them to get dragged through the broken glass that's on fire. You know what I'm saying? But now it's happening. It's like I really don't have that smoke like I had before. But this person, when they was talking about the Pizzagate stuff and what they was doing to kids, supposedly this guy drove all the way from this place to go shoot up the pizza parlor because he was like in a rage. And I understand that, because if I knew where these things was, I would be trying to gather people up to go and do something too. Because it's just like we cannot put up with nothing like what's been going on. We cannot put up with it. So a lot of people gonna be having a lot of hasty action because of the stuff that they heard. It's gonna put them on fire. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be doing dangerous stuff. So like, I implore you guys to not get out there and go crazy, even though the stuff that you're gonna be hearing is not, is stuff that make you want to go out there and get the blazing. You know what I'm saying? Get the putting the justice down. I know that we probably gonna be having some instances of that, but again, I want to go back to what I'm saying. You gotta know your enemy. You gotta know your enemy. You know what I'm saying? So like, do your research and stuff like that, because what's coming out, I know a lot of people gonna be mad. They're gonna be pissed, and they're gonna be ready to set it off. They really are. They're gonna be ready to set it off. So, wow, that is what the spirit has to say. I mean, you know that I had a feeling of that. I really did have a feeling of that. You know, that's why I felt like I needed to come on here and But I mean, it's really inevitable. It's inevitable, you know. But the main thing is like we need to really work together because we got a bigger enemy. You know what I'm saying? And like they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I mean, is that what? The wait, the enemy of my enemy. Wait, enemy. I think I said it right. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yep, I said that right. Card fell when I said it again. Yep. I got that. I got it right. It's not the pinnacles. Okay, I work. You know, so I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, and I think I'm gonna get that other show off the books tomorrow. That master your element. You know, I think I'm gonna get that off the books tomorrow. Um, just in an effort to try to, streamline everything that I'm doing here. And I don't want you guys to forget, if you want any of my soaps, I don't have my other soap here. It's in the what you call it. But this is my new carrot ginger soap. Okay, it has goat's milk in it, aloe vera. This one has essentially no water. I mean, it has aloe vera. Okay, then I use the goat's milk. I can't wait to try this one. Jasmine scented. Go to look at my other video, okay, where I first made it, and it's a shirt that I also made along with it. It's on sale. Also, you can hit me at my email EmpressButterfly.com, or put in the comments that you want one of my products, one of my my soaps. I even make CBD oil, which is good for sleeping, pain, uh, you know, uh, mood support, which y'all gonna need it. Y'all gonna need it. I'm glad I got it because like it helped me through a lot of days when I had a lot of angry energy. I had a lot of anxious energy just because of everything I found out, and I felt helpless at that time because it was just so much. And I know that you guys may feel that way at one time or another, but you guys need to really work together, create a what do you call it, a support system, and work together to uncover the truth of what has been going on. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that helps. Oh, and also if you want to read in, or if you want that shirt um that I made, I'll probably have it on the live that I do tomorrow. I'm gonna do a live tomorrow. I'm gonna get that uh master your element off the books. And I'm gonna pull some cards tomorrow as well. Right. And I'm gonna have a new shirt That this is gonna be my third attempt at the shirt. Is it? It's my third attempt. Yes, because the first one is just it ain't go right. I was having so much issues with it, and I said I ain't throwing this shirt away. I'm still keeping it. But it inspired me to continue to make more shirts because one of the shirts that an idea I have been kicking around in my head, just like this phrase that I want people to really, really just live by. Love is a verb, so you can't say you love yourself, but you're not doing things, you know what I'm saying, to express that you love yourself because you have to love yourself first. Like with the Ace of Cups, that's the first cup you get. And this cup you feel with the things, this is the love that you're giving yourself. You're filling it with love to drink yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you first got to fill your cup before you can fill someone else's. And I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So I want to thank you for being here when you can be anywhere else. The butterfly loves you. Namaste.